foul trouble early. He had to sit down most of the second quarter. And like I said, it was a total team effort. Our defense was outstanding tonight. And like I told the guys, it wasn't going to be another 88-85 double overtime game. I knew it was going to be down the 30s, 40s, maybe the 50s. And but these guys, they just scrapped and clawed every defensive possession, and I was really proud of it on the defensive end.
The offensive rebound against, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'8", 6'4" coming off the bench, and you had 32 and 25 able to get some offensive rebounds. How was that key against a very tall team?
Well, we told them, that was number one on the board back there. If we don't rebound with them, if we don't out-rebound them or be right there, equal with them, which we were, I believe, for the game, we have no chance of beating them because they get those putbacks, offensive putbacks, and that's a lot of their scoring in there is those two big trees they got inside. But I thought the difference in the game, really, if you look at the second half, all of the first half was just slow up and down, run your offensive sets and so forth. But the second half, when we got some transition offense going, that's where we got that little spurt that we've had all year. And it went from down 1 to up 7, 6 or 7. And I thought that little transition part was key. And then, of course, the rest of the game, it was back to how the first half was. But I thought that was a real big key is that transition offense that 3 or 4 minutes.
Coach, talk about James Bolden and how your team responded when he went out with foul trouble in the first half.
Well, that's why you play 28 games in the regular season. We've been in that scenario before. And, down at Ryle, that was a game like that. There was 2 or 3 other games like that this year that we had to learn to play without Beadle on the floor. And the guys, you notice they didn't blink an eye. When Beadle got his second foul, he came over there and sit down by us. The 5 just kept on playing out there. So we've been in that scenario before, and it also helps. Quan Palmer's been my starting point guard the last 2 years, his sophomore and junior year. So it helps having your starting point guard to be able to take that spot when Beadle does get in foul trouble.
How do you spell Beadle?
B-E-E-T-L-E. James Bolden.
Coach, talk a little bit about Marcus Hill giving you good minutes off the bench as well.
Well, that's one thing. Last game we didn't play Marcus and Quentin together, but that was an adjustment we made. Instead of playing one of the other freshmen that we played earlier, we inserted him, and he did a great job. He did a good job looking at the scouting report, watching clip tape this week, knowing what that we knew they was going to go right at him as soon as he was inserted in the game, which is what they did. But he held his ground. He got a couple rebounds there, and I was really proud of our bench play tonight. That's what I told him back in the locker room. Keontae Herndon, Armani Housley, and Marcus Hill came off the bench and gave us huge minutes tonight.
Lastly, Coach, what are your thoughts on the winner of the Cooper-St. Henry game going forward on Saturday?
To be honest, Ryan, I hadn't even been thinking about it. I'm just trying to beat Newcath. We're going to sit back today, take tomorrow off, and get together our game plan. I don't know who's going to win this game. It should be a good one. St. Henry's playing really good. Cooper, of course, is really good. So it should be a good matchup. But we haven't even thought about that. We're going to start. We're just going to absorb this victory and then start getting focused tomorrow morning. 18 rebounds, and I told him the last 3 days since we drew Newcath, if he hides like he did in the Covcath game and doesn't get any rebounds and doesn't do anything, we have no chance of winning. And he responded, and he was a warrior. He gave up 6 inches. He gave up 6 inches to Schulte. And he comes out there with 15 rebounds. So that was really impressive. That's a senior playing his last game possibly. So that's what you got to do.
Thanks, Coach.